Well, happy Mother's Day, girls, ladies. So nice to be with you again. Our talk today on 1 Corinthians 13, all about love. Love. And I got to thinking about that. How do we pass down from my generation? And I know most of you out there are younger than me. So I'm over here on this side of the spectrum. How could I have ever passed down, or some of the other ladies, help and that love of God? How do we do that? So being from my age, reaching down to you, I want to talk about three ways that that can happen. Three ways of passing down the love of God. First of all, love God. Number one, love God. How do you love God? Well, you love Him mainly by getting into the Word that He has written for us and then follow it. If you read God's Word and you follow it, then you are loving God 100%. Always remember, love God and then read His Word, follow what His Word says. Secondly, love people. Love people. Whoa, how do we do that? Love people, all of them? Yeah, that's what His Word says. Let me help you. At least in my life, I learned from years back through the years that if I would establish some priorities to live by in my life, that would help me to love people. Let me give you that list. If you have a pen, pencil, write it down. A list of priorities to help you love people. Number one, God first, of course. We always put God first. Secondly, your spouse. Your children don't come before your spouse. Your spouse comes next. Thirdly, your children. God first, your spouse, then your children, and then your home. Okay, getting your home, establishing it to be a haven of rest, a haven of love, a haven for whatever anybody in your family needs to come home to. They walk in the door and they say, oh, it feels so good to be home. And then fifthly, your work. How many of us put work ahead of our home, our spouse, even God sometimes? If you will follow that priority list, God first, your spouse next, your children third, your home fourth, and then your work. I remember when we were going to Davenport, Iowa to take a church pastorate, and the very first Sunday, Pastor Dave got up and he said, I just want to help you all with my priority list that Judy and I have lived by for years. And he said, and then fifth will be your work. So he said, you are my work. I am your pastor. You are my work. So you are going to be fifth. And that might be a little difficult for some of you. But if you will allow me to live by my priority list, then I will be a better pastor to you, to your family, and in every situation that you ever come up with. So it does work. And then thirdly, first of all, love God. Secondly, love people. Thirdly, encourage people. Be an encouragement. Wow, you say, well, that's not real easy to do, you know. Some of these people, I don't even want to be around them. There again, I'm taking you back to when we pastored our church. We had some real unusual people in our church, believe me. And they would come and I would say, I was the pastor's wife, and I would say, oh no, here comes Mrs. So-and-so. Oh, do I have to put up with her again? Now, I wouldn't say that out loud, but I would say it in my heart. And I'd say, oh, do I have to put up with her again? And her crazy suggestions and all that she wants? And then invariably, there would be a little voice in my mind and in my heart that would say, encourage her, Judy. Be an encouragement. And I began to do that. Encourage not only the people that were easy to encourage and the ones I liked and loved, but those that even you find a little bit difficult to be that to them. And if you will do that, then that is all about love. Love. When the love of God is in you and you've lived by your priorities so that you feel the love of life, then you can be an encouragement to whomever is asking for that. So ladies, there you are. Happy Mother's Day, and let 1 Corinthians chapter 13 be a real guideline for you. Live it, okay?